your faith important to you growing up?
My faith when I was growing up, I thought about that because I got that question. I thought, wonder what happened. How did I get my faith? And why did it become strong? All right, and I remembered two signs of faith in my house, and then they increased. The two signs that I remembered were my mother had a statue of Mary, my father had a cross on his thing, and then I thought, another way, both my parents had the name of Mary. My father was Lawrence Mary, and he had taken Mary for confirmation, and my mother was Mary Cecilia, and she was given that at baptism. So I thought, my faith was part of my life.
Your religious sister when you were like younger?
I didn't always know, and when I thought about it, I never told a lot of people, because I wouldn't be going steady if I had told a lot of people, right? I didn't want people to think, oh, that's what she's going to do. I was going to be a PE teacher and a teacher.
Oh, wow.
And that was really, but I kept watching the sisters.
What brought you to the St. Peter's community?
What brought me? Well, St. Peter's was the first place I wanted to go. All right?
Like as a school or just like...
I wanted to come to St. Peter's School when I began teaching. But do you know where they sent me? They sent me to Hillsborough. And we had just opened a school there. And I thought, this is really strange. Because I entered the Sisters of Mercy to be of service to those who were in need. And at that point, I didn't see the need of the people I was serving. And I kept thinking, I wonder what God is telling me. But as I began teaching and not being at St. Peter's where I really wanted to come, I found the need of the people there. They had a different need. It wasn't a financial need. They could go wherever they wanted to school, but there was a faith need that was there. And I loved sharing the faith. And so that began my job. What brought me here, the last place that I was asked to come after many years of teaching and being principal and working in formation work, I was asked to come to St. Peter's. So when I got here, usually they moved us every 2 to 6 years. Well, I didn't get moved. I got to stay here as principal, and then vice principal, development director, and a volunteer. And that made me excited. I got to be with families who were in need and who I could love and who really loved me, and I knew they did.
Was it your choice to stay, or like did they allow you?
It's my choice to stay because I had a chance to be part of a family, and that was really important to me. And I had a chance to see children grow up. I had a chance to be with people when sickness and death where they needed support. I will tell you one day that made me really remember that I'd been here for a long time. It was communion, and this communion time, I was helping Father by sharing the cup with the children who were receiving First Communion. And as I shared the cup with the child, then I shared it with the parents, and afterwards I saw grandparents, and I knew the whole family. And I thought, oh my goodness, Marian Rose, you're getting older. And so but I know this family. And so it really gave me a feeling of being part of an extended family.
You don't mind us asking, can you tell us about your favorite memories working with Miss Butler?
Oh my goodness. Miss Butler was a wonderful person to work with. I'm so happy you asked me that question because I love Miss Butler very much. And we worked together as a team for 25 years. And she cared about you people so much. And you meant a lot to her. she got the cancer taken care of until it came back for the last time when she had to make the decision of going to be at home. And when she was at home, I would stop by each night to be able to let her know what happened during the day and be able to be there for, to see if there was anything she wanted. And I guess what was really important to her was to hear how everything was going at St. Peter's.
How does it feel to be a part of the school story that has been open for 140 years?
It feels great because, if I had gotten my way, I wanted to come here in my first assignment, and that was over 60 years ago. I would only have been here for 2 years, maybe 4 years, but God decided that it was going to be my last assignment. I would never have gotten to be here for 40 years, much longer than adding all of your ages together almost. And so, I've seen a lot. I've been a part of a lot. And, the changing of times. And I'm part of something the Sisters of Mercy began 140 years ago. I'm only 40 years a part of it.
Anything else that you would like to share with the St. Peter's community before we end this interview?
I think the one thing I would say, you will soon be alumni. All right? I want you to be able to celebrate St. Peter's, to be able to feel it is your home because of it being a family school. And I want you to feel free to come back and to share your gifts with the children of tomorrow. That's really important. And so I am grateful that I can be here now, even though I'm getting a bit older. And, that we will together keep St. Peter's alive and well and ready for the next century.